Welcome. Mike will be on it right now. Elaine will start our meeting with prayer. Pray with me. Our kind and gracious Heavenly Father, we come to you with thanksgiving, but we also come to you with petitions. We pray for all the people in the world who are not equipped with peace. We pray that Rotary will be able to institute peace around the world. We pray for the people who are in bad situations. Forgive those who are responsible. Help us know what to do to help this world become a better place. We ask all these things in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you. And now if you'll join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And now, Tony Hyman, Nancy Wood, take it away.
Because I care about all of you, if any of you have drugs in your pocket, I would go flush them. That'll make your life better. All right. God bless America. God bless America.
Demonstration for our K9 officers, but we do have a couple of things. First, I want to jump right into our derby results. For the golf tournament, we raised, these are net numbers, so this counts what we think. These are estimated. We may have another percentage or two, but I think we'll have made $7,800 on the golf tournament, $21,500 on the derby, for a total of $29,000 in 2 little days. That was pretty good. Last year, and had it compared to last year, and I'll have to look that up. I will send an email out to the club with people who aren't here, so I'll just look that up before I send that out to you to see how we do it. But these are funds that allow us to do the things that we do in our community, cover all kinds of things this club does, and none of this goes to just club operations. So these are things that we put back out into our community and into our world. So
I really appreciate everybody who was a part of this effort. From people who volunteered, people who came, people who contributed financially. Appreciate all of you so much for this. A couple of other announcements. There is a notice in the bulletin that we read on your thing. Elaine Raymond has agreed to serve a meal at First Baptist Church on Tuesday, May 14th. I think that's next Tuesday, all right? And you still need some help. Oh, she has help. She's good to go. Thank you for help. This is for the Edison Medical Ministries, DC Connects is doing a program to help people. It's called Bridges Out of Poverty. And Rotary is adopting that program. I can't remember how many weeks it is. We're doing 1 week of the meal and the gift certificate for the participants. So that's what that's about. I also, we mentioned this last week, but I'm going to say it again. Our district training is coming up, not this Saturday, but Saturday after, May 18th. It's at Randolph Community College. It's in the morning, 8:30 to 12:30, it's a few hours. And we need 2 people from our club to go to that. There's a lot of good information that we need to bring back to the club. I would really challenge someone who has not done that before to go. So if you could look at your calendars, I know everybody has them in your hip pocket. You look at your calendar, and if you don't have anything on May 18th from 8:30 to 12:30, if you'll let Kim know to get you registered for that. And this is not a business, I'll be honest with you. Sometimes Rotary things get kind of long and drawn out, but this is not one of those. It's quick, it's to the point. There's a lot of good information, and it's a great way to find out what Rotary's doing outside of our club. So I encourage you to do that. In 2 weeks, our big Kushner Cup. Bill.
Yeah, well, 2 things I'm not going to talk about, Pittsburgh Pirates or my team in the golf tournament last week. But I did want to mention 2 weeks, the program. All our programs are great. I appreciate you guys our way, especially when you're not behind those blue lights. But, and I think Christy, they'll have to play Christy Giggy, I believe I saw it on the deck. So we're in the hole. Right? To use a little baseball terminology, but we will have a lot of guests that day. So that's a big meeting as well. Probably 40 to 45 guests from the CCC as we celebrate their year and give away their male and female athletes of the year, but also as we remember 2 great coaches in Davidson County, Charlie England from over Lexington, and then of course George Kushwalker from Thomasville. So if you don't have that on your calendar, I know it's been here for a while, but I just wanted to highlight it. I'll probably say something again next week, but please try to be here that week if you can, because it's a good meeting. Okay, thank you.
And as a reminder, this year is the first time, maybe I don't know.
It's here.
It's here. It's here. So you get to come to your regular place. Of course, we'll have many athletes and coaches and athletic directors from high schools in conference and their families. We also have a Lexington club. Lexington club is not huge, so we need to make sure we're showing up. We need to grow well represented. So I do expect at least this many of us, if not more, to make sure that we're well represented. I noticed that we have a couple of upcoming meetings that don't have what they are. It's just the Rotarian Presents and a blank. So I'm just going to challenge you all again. I think only one of you is here. But go ahead and get those to Kim, because it's good for a field plan to get on those. Any other announcements that Rotarians would like to share? Candace?
I just wanted to say thank you. I have donated a china cabinet that needed to be picked up, and we were in the process of moving, which is why you didn't see anything else. But it was just my husband and I doing the moving, and Brandon and Ron showed up. And I was just picking it, and I said, if y'all don't have anything else to do, we'd love to have some help. And I'm gonna tell you what, they showed up. They rang the doorbell, they came and they said, we have 30 minutes, what can we do to help? I was about to cry, because my husband and I was like on the verge of this really heavy piece of equipment, adjustable bed. I was like, we're just gonna leave it. I can't physically get this down. And they showed up. And I was like, these are my fellow Rotarians that I've just become a part of. And I was like, talk about service above that. They get, I mean, instead of going back and doing whatever else. And I just wanted everybody to know that I just am so appreciative of, you know, the two of them, and just let everybody know what they did. It was such a blessing. Thank you.
Thank you, still thank you, Ray, on behalf of all of Rotary as well. Other announcements? Hang on, maybe I should get my other list. Yes, Party Park. We have, I want to say this around one more time. We have bazillions of people, by that I mean 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, bazillions as in 8 people who are going to be there for the first portion of it, which is set up in the first half. I would like a couple of people to come at the end and help finish that out. We've got someone who's donating bracelets, we're going to hand out braces to help the staff. We've got somebody doing that. I sent out an email to these people. Did someone tell you you're going to be able to pick up the stuff from Hope's? Oh, no. I'm getting close. Okay. I need someone who can pick up a table, a banner, and a tent at Hope's place and get it to the park. And it's Charter Street Park, and there's no parking. So it needs to be somebody to get there early enough. Even if somebody can do it early, they drop it off. And then I have volunteers, it's the best. And then Brandon said he would.
He got way too much too.
I got people fighting over it. I love this service about self-spirit. And Brandon, will you be able to take it down?
Yes.
Okay, and get it back to Hope's?
Yes.
Perfect, thank you. If anybody can help the second half, if you would sign up, look, I've got this whole blank side over here. I'm going to start this right here. You don't have to sign up for it, all right? Okay. Dave Williams said this to some people, and I thought it was interesting. It was an article, I guess it was in the paper sometime later, 60 years ago. Oh, so this must have been in 82. Is that right? Would have been in the paper. So it's talking about 60 years ago, the 1922 Rotary Club members. And here's a picture of the club that had a couple of guests. There's a couple of women. You know, they are not club members back in 1922. But I love it that the story also tells you about the guy that's on one end. It's one of those old times where they took a camera and did like this, like you can do your pantograph on your phone, and he ran around and he's on both ends of the picture. So, Rotarians are always good. Anyway, I just thought that was cool, so I should share that here. Split the pot.
He didn't say I was there.
We didn't do split the pot today because Hope is not here. She decided she could take a vacation, and we don't have debt cards. So maybe next week somebody will still be on vacation and bring debt cards. We get that big old pot. New member induction, Cindy. You keep coming up. Cindy McIntyre applied for membership, was approved by the board, approved by the club, and so we are going to induct her today. And so with that, Cindy, you have been chosen to membership at the Rotary Club of Thomasville because your fellow Rotarians believe you to be a leader and because you manifest those qualities of head and of heart which fits you to interpret and impart the message of Rotary to those with whom you come in contact. We expect much from you in help and inspiration, which will enable us to be better Rotarians, and with this hope, we most heartily offer you Rotary Fellowship. Cindy, I wish to impress upon you that you have been admitted not only to the Rotary Club of Thomasville, but to a worldwide association, and by virtue of your membership in this club, you will be welcomed in the fellowship of any Rotary Club in the world. The honor and privilege of Rotary membership carries with it duties duties and obligations. You'll be expected to attend club meetings regularly, to perform your share of club service, and to place your knowledge and talents at the disposal of the club and its carrying your principles of Rotary in the daily life of our community. The community will know and judge Rotary through your embodiment of integrity, character, and service, and we accept you as a member because we believe our principles and organization to be safe in your keeping. Members, if you'll please rise. It is my distinct pleasure, in the name of the Rotary Club of Thomasville, to now formally admit you to membership in this club. Fellow Rotarians, I commend to you our newest member, Rotarian Cindy McIntyre, who has been loaned the title of club member, and request all of you to welcome her. And now, if you'll be seated, in our club tradition, we ask our new members to get a freedom card. Okay?
Hey, I'm Cindy McIntyre, and I was born and raised here in Thomasville. I went to Thomasville High School, and that's where I actually met my husband, that we've been married 32 years now, Paul McIntyre. We have 2 sons that are now grown and have blessed us with daughter-in-laws and 3 precious great-granddaughters. So that's our main thing, is just see how much we can fool 3 little girls. I work at Fidelity Bank here in Thomasville. I'm the branch manager there, and also been there soon to be 32 years. It's been a great place to work, and I'm really excited about being involved in Rotary. Heard about it for years, and excited to be able to be a part of it. Thank you.
And one last thing before we get to our program. Christy, if you'll come up, please. So, as we do with our members at the club, is we are presenting to you the Paul Harris Fellow. Christy M. Aguilar is hereby named Paul Harris Fellow in appreciation of tangible and significant assistance given to the furtherance of better understanding and friendly relations among the people of the world. And so we are bestowing the Paul Harris Fellow upon you, and what we ask that you do is remain in Rotary and contribute faithfully to the foundation so that we can in turn do that to another member. So, thank you. Nevertheless. Okay. So as you've all seen, we have the police here today. I would first like to introduce our police chief, Dusty Carter, and the K9 officer, Mike Bowler, who will be doing our presentation today, and the rest of the officers. I would like to start with a thank you for the police department. As you know, our store has been robbed 3 times, 2 of which the assailants had guns, and our police department went openly knowing that and fought the bad guys and caught them and everything. And in Rotary, our motto is service above self. And so when our robbery happened back in February, Officer Vogel had an idea, and I kind of stole his idea and ran with it, and I would like to present all the K9 officers with something. So if you 4 would come up. Okay, so now I will be first, and then next will be Britt. Okay, so don't open yet. There's Britt's. And Flash. I think you know what it is. And
special for the police department, and like I said, kind of took your idea, and kind of think it like yours. So that's it.
Well, that's all.
So everybody else.
Like a scenario.
We'll pass it on.
Underneath is the little brown books, and we can also there.
Oh, yeah, that's awesome. Thank you.
This is all the way. But I'll let you start with your.
Hi guys, I'm Canine Officer Mike Hogan. I've been with the Thomasville Police Department going on 9 years now. I've had Canine Flash for about 6 years, to be 7 in October. He is a Belgian Malinois. These guys here have either a Czech Shepherd or a German Shepherd. Biggest difference is the Malinois is the crazy cousin of German Shepherds. Typically smaller, quicker. I say a little smarter, but these guys might say something a little different. They're definitely crazy for sure. You'll see the stature here in a little bit. Flash is about 55 pounds. Rick is our biggest dog. He's about 90 pounds, give or take. Flash has a shorter coat. Took my car a little cleaner than these guys to their cars. Great dogs. We give them Top One Canine Solutions. Top One Canine Solutions that provide all 4 of our dogs at this point. I was the first one to go through their program. And me and Flash have done well together over the years. We've caught, close to 40 bad guys over 6 years. Haven't been anybody yet. Everybody sees the dog and gives up. I'm right here. Don't happen. Smart decision on the My dog's trained in Southern Dutch, mostly Dutch with a couple English words mixed in. I think one of our other guys is in Dutch as well, and 2 of them are in German. Very similar commands. The public usually can't understand what we're saying, which is great because we won't be able to give our dogs commands and not y'all give my dogs commands. All our dogs are dual-purpose canines, which means detect and locate. The detection comes in with narcotics. Narcotics are trained in marijuana, meth, cocaine, and heroin, and the derivatives of each narcotic. For example, fentanyl is a derivative of heroin. Crack is derivative of cocaine. Dogs work all of that. When it comes to the location, all of our dogs are trained in human odor. So if I walk from right here to the other side of the building, my body is shedding dead skin cells from here to there. And the dog's tracking that for a criminal. Also, along with tracking that, they're smelling for the disturbed dirt, the broken grass. All of that is part of their track. Let's say a bad guy throws a gun or a cell phone or keys into the woods. They're looking for the fresh human odor on that item. They're not looking for a gun, they're not looking for a cell phone, they're looking for the fresh human odor that's different from everything else. It's incredibly crazy to see. First time I saw it, I was holding Flash on a lead. We're looking for a narcotic. He alerts to it. I'm like, holy crap, we found it. What do I do now? It's like you hear headlights. We've done so much now. So I'm good boy. Reward them and on to the next one. Dogs are very high-driven dogs. They're not animal pets. People always think, oh, it's a German Shepherd. It's a Belgian Malinois. It can be a good family pet or a good police dog. Not necessarily. You can have a Shepherd with 10 puppies. Out of that 10 puppies, you might have 1, maybe 2 good police dogs. You have, 5 or 6 good family pets and a couple of losers in the bunch. You just don't know if the dog starts to mature, see how the drive is. They have to work for something. Nobody works for free. So, with that being said, I introduced myself and Canine Flash. Let these guys introduce their dogs. We'll talk a little bit more and go from there, okay?
All right, I'm Officer McCollum. I've been with the police department going on 7 years. I talk loud enough, but anyway. I'm Officer McCollum. Been with the police department going on 7 years. I've had Brick since November 2020. He's a Czech Shepherd, about 6 years old. He's definitely earned his name, Brick. He's probably, besides Flash, one of the craziest dogs we've got. He's found several people, like Mike said. He's a good one, so.
Brick is in German commands, right?
Redneck German.
Redneck. Hey, I'm Adam Rollins. I have Canine Macho. He will be 4 in October. I've been assigned to him for 2.5 years. He's about 75 pounds. He's the sweetest dog by far that we have. He's got a pretty good switch. He does his job well.
I've been very, very satisfied with him. Mostly German, but like these guys said, I mean, he speaks German, Dutch. I mean, it's kind of a mix. I think it's just whatever's easiest whenever they go through and they have multiple dogs. We've had a lot of success for the time we've been together. We've roughly got 6 years maybe together remaining. It's the best job I've ever had. It's the most rewarding job by far that I've had in law enforcement. And I think these guys will agree with me on that. So y'all will see more of that in a little while.
A quick data point for him. Him and his dog found 22 pounds of meth last week.
I can't take a lot of credit for that. I mean, it's sometimes
His dog found 22 pounds of meth.
they said there's a dumb end of the leash. I'm definitely the dumb end of the leash, but you know, sometimes you stumble across things. But yeah, Moncho's had a very good dope career so far. That's his strong point, so I'm very proud of him.
I'm Matt Watkins. I got K9 out. He's a little different than Moncho, whereas Moncho's the sweetest of the group. Mine's on the total opposite end of the spectrum. He's not here today. He doesn't do demos. He's probably 6, 7 years old. I've had him for the past 4 years probably. We've had a good career. He's found a lot of people on tracks, found a lot of dope, found a lot of guns, people thrown away. His greatest find, I think, was probably an officer got in a fight with a guy in a different jurisdiction. I ended up losing a body camera. I went out there 12 hours later trying to find the body camera. I didn't find the body camera, but I found a gun that the suspect had that they were laying on top fighting. So that's where we're at.
You might have touched on a question I had. I understood, I had laughed, but like their scent on things is stronger 24 hours later. Have I read that? Or is that
It just
true?
depends. It depends on the weather. It depends on if the air's been disturbed. It takes multiple count of things. There's dogs have found stuff a week or 2 later before an undisturbed area. Dogs are struggling to find something, an hour later in a high traffic area. Just all depends on the area. If it's downpour outside, the wind, the rain, all that will wash the scent away very quickly. That's another thing I touch on with the dog's nose. Let's say you go into your grandma's house. Grandma's making vegetable beef stew. You walk in, you smell vegetable beef stew. The dog smells the carrots, the corn, the green bean, the crawl. It smells it all separate, categorized in its nose. It's insane. Give you kind of an idea, I guess. You make a deer hunt, the scent hide that you can buy at Dick's Sporting Goods to hide your human odor. We've used that with our dogs before in building searches. Dogs still find us very quickly. The deer's nose is a lot stronger than the dog's nose, so it's just a waste of money. The nose is great. You'll see the high value out here in a couple minutes. You guys will give you an article search demo, a bite demo real quick, and an obedience demo. Dogs are great. We're right now I think we're budgeted for a new one in 2027. All of our dogs are about the same age. Macho's the youngest. Brick, Al, and Flash are about 6. Flash is going on 7 in October. Al probably the next one retired. He's a crazy dog. He used to be retired 3 years ago. Right, Chief. The place we use Hopper K9 Solutions. We get our dogs and our training through them. It's $12,500 for the whole program, which is a great option. They're just right down the road as well. Actually, they were in High Point. Now they're actually in Asheboro now. And new facility they just got. We actually still train with High Point K9s on occasion. We've got any questions, we have any issues with our dogs, they help us out right then and there. So it's like continuous training. We always get to those guys. We've always looked at High Point K9 as like the gold standard K9. There's good case law with their canines that we have to abide by. And just working with those guys on a daily basis helps us make a better unit for the city of Thomasville to be safer. Any questions about the canines before we do any demos outside or anything? Yes, sir.
How long do you work the dog, and what do you do with the dog when you retire?
Well, it depends on the health of the dog. Typically 8 to 10 years breeds, give or take. Shepherds usually last not quite as long as Malinois. They're more prone to hip dysplasia issues. We actually had one retired 2.5 years ago, 2 years ago. He's still a crazy dog, still wants to work, and his hips are starting to give out on us. Having trouble jumping out of Tahoe. You got to think that Tahoe is probably 2.5 feet off the ground, going in and out of the car, 10 times a day, using the bathroom, playing, whatever the case may be, just forcing their hips even quicker. Now when the dog retires, it's still, government property, they can't give the dog away. We have the option, we have the first option to buy the dog back for $1. Typically the chief pays that, right, Chief?
So is, the age of the dogs that we currently have, and you're not allotted till when, 27?
I believe it's 2027, is that correct? That's the next allotted
We're gonna need
availability.
dogs before then.
Well, we budget based on the life, expected life that we can.
Because you won't be able to retire the dog, and the dog still be a dog for a couple of years instead of working to the dead, basically.
Right.
So we like to give the dogs some time to retire and be dead. Yes, sir.
How much time do you spend, I guess, off duty training these dogs as far as
Every day. Well, more than we'll pay for it. So we'll touch a little bit on that side of it. With the parallel standard, that PD has to give us something to take care of the dog away from work. They give us about 6 hours a week off of work to take care of the dogs on our own time. They call it canine care, so to speak. We still wait more 6 hours a week for these dogs. There's a case law that recommends a minimum of 16 hours a month training with the dogs. We push 16 to 20, that way we're getting that basic code easily. We have 2 training days a month together. Right now it's kind of modified training. We have 1 day all together, and the other day is me and John together, and then Matt and Adam together. Working with it right now, we're trying to get back to going back to the 2 4 days a month. 2 4 days we do is 10-hour days. And we cover everything, from building searches, the article searches, the tracking, the narcotics hides in the building, narcotic hides outside. You'd be amazed on our narcotics hidden outside of bad guys' houses. Like pounds and pounds of drugs hidden outside our parks. It's crazy. Stuff like that. Now while I'm outside at home, I take flash outside this kennel. We have a 10 by 10 kennel, concrete pad, nice cattle kennel, the roof on it, dog house. I get them out daily. He only ever used the vacuum in the kennel to get him out so much. Get him out, throw a ball with him. In the middle of throwing a ball, I'll throw my keys off to the side, and I'll make him find my keys real quick. Back to playing ball. That way he's got a good switch. Play, work. Play, work. He's a good dog. All these guys do about the same thing. And before I start playing ball with him, I'll make him, do some obedience with me, walk around the fence line with me, stop and say while I keep walking, call him back to me, walking back beside me. There's a lot of training to be done with these dogs to maintain what they're supposed to do. Because you can get away from it very quickly. Yes, sir.
Officer Booker, this might be a question for Chief Carter, I don't know. I suspect your job is somewhat in demand. I suspect they don't have to go out and twist people's arms to get that job. I think I'm right. If that's the case, what does the selection process look like for you to be able to do canine?
Well, we like to open it up to the whole police department. Typically, it's a 2-year minimum requirement for being a police officer. The job's hard enough in itself. You won't be able to have a grasp on the job before we start trying to work at all. Typically, we like to see guys come out and help us out on trainings that we do every month. That way they get a grasp on what the dog does before they even interview for it. It's good to know all the kind of case laws. There's hundreds of case laws to know, just canine specific stuff. And not one of it's more important than the other. It's all just as important as the other. Because you have to abide by it. You can't track missing people with a dog, with a police dog, because it bites. A lot of people don't know that. And this is age circumstances. If it's 20 degrees outside and grandma with dementia and we're off in the woods, a dog bite at the end of the day is better than her dying of frostbite. The selection process, we fill it out there who's interested. They have to apply for the position, say their interest. We'll do a board interview with us, Lieutenant Barber as well, I think Chief Assistant sometimes as well. And we ask a bunch of questions. Some of it policy related, some of it job related, some of it canine related, some of it maybe even case law related, just depends. And at the end of everybody's interview, the last interviews we did, we had 5 or 6 people interview for it, and we ended up choosing 2 out of that selection, so we placed 2 dogs about the same time. And we all talked about, discussed it, we voted, and we chose the group.
And to your point, Councilman Starr, one of the requirements is they have to have a single family dwelling.
Yeah.
Can't live in a multi-family dwelling and have a kennel. So you have to have the ability for us to place a kennel on your property. That's another requirement.
That's what the dog to get some exercise outside the kennel. These dogs are crazy. Again, they're not family pets. I mean, Flash has got to switch. He'll love on you. You love on you and everything. He'll be a dog for a minute, but he has to work. He has to do something. If you don't, he's going to tear the house up. Yes, sir.
Are they trained, these dogs trained also to go and attack, like I'm saying, some guy that's running, go and bring him in?
Yes, these dogs and white dogs, typically they target lock. Now, if everybody's sitting in this room right here and one kid takes off running right in the middle of you guys, my dog is more than likely going to go after the guy running away. They call it a prey drive. There's two different types of drives that a dog needs for law enforcement: a hunt drive and a prey drive. The prey drive is actually seeing something run away, I have to go get it right now. The hunt drive is me throwing something out in the big field, and the dog has to think, okay, I can find this to get my ball. If I don't find it, I'm a ball. So he's going to hunt until he finds it.
To hit on that, my dog actually helped my SWAT one night with that. We didn't have to go hands-on as officers, and possibly one of us get hurt, so we got to use him. He got the job done, but he got assaulted in that process by the guy, but I just got word back from the DA that he pled guilty, and we ended up charging him with felony assault and dog, so he ended up pleading guilty to that one.
You got some time in jail too, right?
6 to 17 months.
6 to 17 months in jail for assaulting a dog. They'll probably drop the case against me. I understand, I get it. Well, some of us do have vests, some of us don't. You don't have a vest? Two of us have vests, two of us don't. The way I was trained with Eddie Caldwell, Hopper Canine Solutions, the less equipment on your dog, the better. Because that's more equipment for a bad guy to grab onto and potentially hurt your dog. Like Al was injured, he wouldn't even want equipment other than his truck collar and his shock collar. Now, if this guy over here just shot his old lady or something and ran off into the woods, and I know he has a gun, I have to track that guy right now, I might put the vest on him. But this guy over here breaking into a car and running away, probably not going to put a vest on his back end. Especially in the summertime, it's hot out there right now, guys. The humidity kills us. That's how the dog feels with the fur. On top of that, a non-breathable bulletproof vest. So if you have that on the dog, your track time can be a lot shorter because the dog is really heat. So they don't sweat like us. They perspire through their paws.
How much damage or how aggressive can the dog be to the person or going after? Could they bite them or just hold them? Or?
They bite. Our dogs are trained to bite and hold.
Okay.
The course of actual rule, use of canine is not deadly force. They're trained to bite and hold, they're going to bite you what's presented. So if you're running away, more often than not, you can grab the leg, the back hip, or butt cheek, something like that. They're going to bite what's presented. We train to do the leg and arm typically. But if they fall down and you're still fighting the dog, unlatches from the arm, they'll latch on wherever they can. They're not trained to go for any specific item. They're trained to fight what's presented. If the bad guy gives up, we train recalls. If you give up, flash here, he should come back in. Should. Should. Which we certify each year through NADDA, which is National Narcotic Detection Dog Association. That's what we certify each year through our dogs. They do, they certify note, they certify out recalls. Everything our dog does on the street, they certify in to show that our dog has 100% been qualified to do that item, right, that thing this year. And then that guy certifying our dog can come to court if need be, say, yes, on this day and this time, this dog did this.
So they don't wear shock collars?
Just depends on the dog. Flash is almost 7, he's never worn one in his life. Al, if you don't have one, you ain't gonna bite your dog.
So with the shock collar and his adrenaline flowing, he's still stopped.
Yeah. Well, we don't force the dog.
No,
I just use the,
give that.
And there's actually there's a way you can use the Just the e-collar, that's positive reinforcement as well. Yeah, there's different buttons and settings on there. So like with mine, there's a vibrate button, so if he does something good, I can push that button, and it's the happiest dog you've ever seen. He knows. After vibrates plus that purpose.
My daughter's got shot calls.
Yeah.
We use vibrate.
Yeah.
It's okay, the shot's next.
Yeah, you
Now it's no reward, it's like,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You can use it for either. For mine, that vibrate for him is like, yay, it wasn't a shock, I did something good. Awesome. So he's really happy with that.
Well, I just wanted that shot to stop. Yeah, they get really aggressive.
And to touch on that certification we do, they require a verbal out of your dog, which means my dog's fighting that bad guy. I can't touch my dog. I have to verbally make him stop fighting that guy and come back to me. That would never happen on the street. My dog is fighting that bad guy. I have to go in there and get him. Sounds like I look on the camera in court. Flash here. Hey, stop here. Just chewing the guy. That's not really good. To be going there to pick him up, pick him off the guy, then come back. Why we don't train that certification wise, I have no idea. But certification requires way up here, so all our dogs do that. Any more questions, guys? Are we ready to hit dogs?
Yeah.
All right. Which, Heather, where we want to go back?
Which, this one's got more grass on it.
That's fine. We'll reach you out over there, okay, guys? Thank you, guys. Let's. Give up. Give up. Off. Off. Light it. Light it. Let's. Give up. Give up. Come here. Come on. Come on. Here. Come on. You want to see Flash bite real quick? Yes. All right. You sure? There you go over here. Oh, see it drop that ball. See that sleeve now. Can we record it? Stop him, my dog. Good boy, Flash. Good boy. Good boy.
Oh my.
Good boy. That's a good boy, Flash. Are y'all sure you don't want to take a bite? Good boy. Good boy. So we slipped the sleeve because he knows he won. That's his sleeve now.
Yeah.
Who wants to take the sleeve away from him?
Nobody. That's the scariest thing I've ever seen.
Anybody got any bologna on?
All right,
I'm going to put Flash up real quick and Macho's going to demonstrate how rifle search, okay? Good boy, Flash. Good boy.
He's so proud of himself.
He's going to carry your bag for me.
Maybe that dude was wearing this thing. What about?
I wish we could clap. That's a trigger. No, I'm just kidding.
They say black and white stripes are a trigger to that dog.
Officer, I've lost my keys.
We don't try to show them reality.
Rotary's bought some.
That's what Sherry told me. This is Macho. This one that did the big brother.
I suspect they do. I don't know for sure. We get half that all the time. Had that sweepstakes, $800,000 cash.
Gotta take care of business first.
Yeah, warrior bush is fun. It's good. So typically with an article search, what they'll do, you see his nose is down, he's hunting for it. I gave him the command to search. What he's doing right now is like Mike said earlier, he's in hunt drive. So he's just hunting for the article. He knows what the job is, he knows what the assignment is. Typically, if we're in a bigger area, he'll do a bunch of big circles, and that's good.
He'll just do big circles over and over. Right now he's on it. I'm gonna wait till he tells me. Good boy, Macho, good boy.
So we train our dog to, they call it a passive alert, which means either sit or lay down. When you sit like that, it tells its handler, hey, there's something right here. I was doing a track one night, pitch black. I can't see anything. All of a sudden, my line goes limp. So I get my flashlight out, put it on, look, the flash is sitting down, looking down to the woods. What are you doing, buddy? I start digging around the leaves, find a gun laying there. The bad guy threw a gun when he ran away. I wasn't looking for a gun, but I found a gun.
So typically, in a situation like that, it's usually a bigger open area. We have no, like I never saw the keys. I didn't know, that's why I was like, where'd you throw them? I was trying to cheat. But I never saw him. He got still. I knew that he was in odor. I knew that he was close because he stopped moving. He stopped searching the area. And then he gave me the alert by sitting. He really gave me the alert before that because he sat there and looked at me like, are you going to pay me or not? Of course, I'm going to make him, be honest and sit and do all that. But the best one we've had recently is highway patrol, foot chase, trooper lost basically everything on his belt and half the stuff on his shirt. Within 30, 45 minutes, Macho went out there and found everything. Found everything on his belt, his radio, his baton, found everything. It was a harder one, it was a lot of leaves, but that's just a testament to how good their nose is and what they can do in big areas like that. Good.
All right, who wants to see Rick fight somebody?
Some mean ones coming there. That's what's inside.
Yeah.
I mean, you might feel like pressure, and definitely it is. You won't feel it.
Basically, you see on your phone this. I got a picture of my phone. You can see all kind of footballs back and forth.
All right, but I gotta go.
Don't run.
Yeah, don't.
Yeah, don't run.
Hey, Steve.
Don't run.
Steve, people are gonna be calling Rotary. What happened up here?
We've already got 2 phone calls.
Good boy. That's a good dog. Good boy. This is Rick. He's a wild man, so he definitely earned his name. Good boy. Is that your toy now? Huh?
It's hard to really understand how strong these dogs are, but a dog like Rick is so big that just a minute of fighting him with that sleeve on, you'll be out of breath, dripping sweat. Even with Flash is small, but still he was about to, felt like he was going to pull my spine out of my body.
Y'all saw Flash hit Adam 100 miles an hour, right? He didn't slow down. He hit him full force. Rick is kind of...
That's the shepherd in him.
Yeah. Well, guys, got any more questions about the dogs or anything? Nice to see a little bit of demonstration with them. Thank you all. Just a minute I had Flash out here, I'm pouring sweat. It's crazy. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Wow, I was off joint in the dog picture.